We're here with Steve face-to-face in person at Rare Evo, man. We just saw your talk. It was brilliant, so fantastic. This is a man in his prime right now doing exactly what he was encoded to do from birth. Man, tell me what's going on with VyFi. It's just so much.
Yeah, exactly. It is just so much. Look, I guess most immediately we've got our V3 DEX, and that's Plutus V3 DEX. That's going to be coming out in the next 3 to 4 months. So we're really excited for that. We're hoping to be the first Plutus V3 DEX on Cardano, but I mean, I know we got a lot of competition, so we might be the second. I know that Wing Riders are also building Plutus V3 right now, so hoping we're first. From there, we are, of course, updating all of our systems, right? So we're merging our vaults with our farms so that essentially you'll be able to stake assets from across the ecosystem to boost your farming rewards in the liquidity pools. And that's something that we're really excited for. That's going to be hopefully introducing whole new DeFi structures that projects will be able to implement for themselves by essentially allowing users to stake assets, either NFTs or tokens, against their liquidity pool to give bespoke rewards for doing so. For example, if you were a project, you don't even necessarily have to make that reward your project's token. You could have, for example, have amassed another project's token, or you might run more than one project. You might say, well, I want to use this other token to boost my liquidity pool. How can I do that? Well, I can now use a system on VyFi where if I stake YAG token or IAG to the IAG liquidity pool, you'll now also be able to farm WMT, for example. And the projects can set up whatever bespoke system they want within that. So that's one that we're really excited for coming out with the V3. We've got our liquidity manager, which I was talking about up on stage. And that's essentially going to allow users to drop and drag their tokens into, it's going to be like a liquidity manager box, right? You drop and drag your tokens in that you want to add into liquidity, and it essentially builds for you the risk profiles and shows to you the actual numbers of what's taking place given that liquidity structure that you're building. And this is going to allow us to actually get users to start, implementing L2 LPs, L3 LPs, L4 LPs, L5, however complex they want it to be. We're going to be able to implement that and provide the farm for that. So
yes, so I could just take my ADA, I could just deposit it in there, and then that can segregate my ADA up into like 5, 6, 7 tokens.
Correct.
And then that will
automatically put those tokens either into a liquidity pool together, like maybe you want one LP against another LP, so you've got 50% ADA, 25% one token, 25% one token, and then maybe you want to match all that value with 50% WRT. Right? And then you'd be able to create, that would, in that circumstance, would have 1, 2, 3. That would be an L3 LP. So in that circumstance, if you had enough tokens to do all that, and that's the risk structure that you wanted, you could put together that risk structure just by dropping and dragging the tokens, putting them in the correct order on the screen. Like I want WRT, cross that, and then I want big cross, min swap, cross VyFi. Right? And then you just press the go button, and it will just create that L3 LP for you.
One click of a button.
One click of a button. That's it. And then, of course, we've got our autoharvester. This bad boy.
Nice.
So once we finish our V3 DEX, we're going to be finally implementing our autoharvester. And that's really going to be, as I was talking about on stage, that's really in large parts going to be focused on allowing cross-chain interoperability across DeFi strategies. And that's something that we've been working on now for the last sort of year and 3 months, is really working out how we're going to set this up so that we're able to have generalizable cross-chain DeFi strategies accessible on Cardano. And now we're really excited because we're pretty confident we have the structure now, how it's going to look. We just want to finish our V3, Plutus V3, and then we're going to be implementing that structure. But that has taken us, for the state of the Cardano blockchain to be able to do that, it has taken us probably up until this point. Right, that's one of the reasons why it's been so hard to implement, but we're super excited about it.
Me too. And from just hearing what you were talking about there, and just a kind of an elephant in the room is liquidity on Cardano. This is going to bring a lot of liquidity to the chain, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that's what we're most excited for. So not just by bringing liquidity to the chain by making it easier to use DeFi, but also bringing liquidity to the chain because we're going to be able to take these strategies from other blockchains and provide that income back to Cardano. So we'll be able to hopefully use other blockchains to boost the actual liquidity base on the Cardano blockchain itself, because users will be accessing these strategies from our blockchain, and the income will be delivered back to our blockchain. And when the users collect that income, they can then redistribute it into our system rather than removing it from our system and taking it back somewhere else. The most common one is going to be, I'm going to take that liquidity and do something with it here. Right? So we're trying to implement this not in a way to draw liquidity away from Cardano, but rather to create new income streams for users on Cardano to be able to boost the net throughput of our blockchain.
Wow, that is fantastic. Oh my God, that's super exciting. I'm like so pumped about the auto harvester. It's been a long time coming. I mean, is that what you're most excited about? Like, what are you in closing here? Because I know you got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about? I know. I mean, we could sit here forever. You know. So
most excited about is tough because I'm excited about so much right now. We also run TM1. So
yes.
T-1, which is the
launch. Dega, that was awesome.
Dega, yeah, that was launch. That was hard. There was a lot that went on there, but that's a story for another day. But we're working with a lot of projects in TM1 at the moment that are doing launches and bringing their token to market. And with that, we're going to be implementing a lot of bespoke liquidity on VYFI. So a lot of projects will be bringing their liquidity through to VYFI.
Palmyra token, one of them?
Well, I don't want to give anything away, but yes, they will also be on VYFI. We just got Dega on VYFI. We'll have, hopefully, I don't want to give away any names. What we're really looking at doing with that, I guess why I'm so excited, is because with the implementation of our V3 DEX, we're going to be able to set up really bespoke decentralized finance strategies for those users, right? Because we're going to be able to give the project the power to really design the farm how they want it to be designed. You know, so we can give boosts to people to lock up our token for a certain period of time, or boosts to people that lock up our NFTs. We can give boosts in different tokens that aren't necessarily just our token. We could maybe even give prizes as an NFT, right? Like, there's no reason why you can't provide an NFT as a reward if you farm for a month, right? There's so many bespoke ways that projects are going to be able to implement their farming structures that we've never seen before on Cardano, and I think that's going to bring a whole new world of utility to users on our blockchain that they've never seen before. And that, I think, is what I'm most excited for. It's that in the most immediate future, like the next 3 to 4 months, being able to merge all of our rewards mechanisms with our LPs and giving projects the capacity to create those hyper-unique DeFi strategies for their users.
Man, that is just absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Steve, for your time. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Have a good one.
We'll see you on the channel soon, man.
Absolutely. I'll be
That's
on soon to
fantastic.
chat. Thank you so much.
Cheers.